with this album or songs from the album, it doesn't matter how much time has passed, how long I've gone in between, like listening to the whole album from front to back. This album will always, always have a place at my table. When I hear the album or I hear certain songs from the album, I still get that like feeling and that rush I got the first time I ever heard it. I mean, to say this album has a special place for me is just a disgustingly gross understatement. Every single song on this album is just, it's, there's not a skippable song on the album. And when I listen to those songs or the album, I remember exactly what I was doing the first time I heard it. It's attached to a certain thing in my life. God, I love Rancid. This is Red Hot Moon. This popped up and it was immediately a flood of like 20 billion memories. So, before I get going, be sure to subscribe. Helps me out so much. Patreon is in the description down below. New uploads every Sunday. Okay, go.
Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight. Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight.
Casey's California's got a reputation that she didn't ask for, and she's waiting for an escape now. Escape is called the 164. Now Casey, she don't want to admit where she is from. And Casey, she wants to run, run, run. She's a punk rocker, she don't trust no one. On a South Bay bus all day long.
Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the
Punk rocker, she don't trust no one. On a South Bay bus all day long.
Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight. Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight.
Casey would never caught up like the rest of the rats in a maze. Check me out, she said, I'm in a concrete jungle. I'm an individual and you are stuck in a haze. Oh hell no, she knows what the truth is, cause she said so. And she knows who her friends are, so don't get no closer, it'll only make her run far away.
Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight. Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight.
I knew Casey's brother pretty well. Let's say we spent a lot of time hanging out. I always thought so that she'd be the one to get out of here and make a life for herself. But when we found her in the Little League Park, in the dugouts, it was cold, dim and dark, and no one knew why she wouldn't wake up. I think she finally made it back home. Now,
Under the red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard.
Fuck.
Under the red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight. Under the red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight.
I knew Casey's brother pretty well. Let's say we spent a lot of time hanging out. I always thought so that she'd be the one to get out of here and make a life for herself. But when we found her in the Little League Park, in the dugouts, it was cold, dim and dark, and no one knew why she wouldn't wake up. I think she finally made it back home. Now,
Under the red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight. Under the red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight.
The first time I heard this part, it blew all of our minds. because, like, really, we weren't expecting it. And if you haven't heard this part, just make sure you're sitting down.
One time for your mind, two times for your soul, three for the graveyard and the money I fold. Dipped out in the city where the sun burns slow. No hope, it's a pity, I can't say no. Not my time to go, it's not my time to die. The last thing I want is for my mother to cry. It was love at first light, the very first night. Things have never been the same since I took my first flight. The way I live my life, my love, I live lavish. Lost me from the start, you lose, you'll never have this. Untouched, unleashed, back up, you don't want it. Get for his cash, his back, that's how we flaunt it. Take to him, pass, I take to him. Bust the mother, I'm out on the smash. Dipped out, highest, I'm out of control. Let's bounce, rock, skate, man, I'm ready to roll.
She don't want me, but she has gone, that's hitting ass. KC's, California, she's got a reputation, that's hitting ass for. And she's waiting for an escape now. Escape is called the 164. Now Casey, she don't want me, but she is from. And Casey, she wants to run, run, run. She's a punk rocker, she don't trust no one. On a South Bay bus all day long.
Under a red hot moon, take a bus downtown to the graveyard shift tonight. Under a red hot moon, take a
Say I spent a lot of time.
downtown to the graveyard shift tonight.
I knew Casey's brother pretty well. Let's say I spent a lot of time hanging out. I always thought so that she'd be the one to get out of here and make a life for herself. But when we found her in the Little League Park, in the dugouts, it was cold, dim, and dark, and no one knew why she wouldn't wake up. I think she finally made it back home now.
Yeah. Like, what I love about Rancid, one of the 50 billion things, is that, like, well, not everybody, but some people will be like, oh, those are those guys in the punk band. It's like, no. If you actually listen to the lyrics of like 99.9% of their songs, there's a story there. Like, and a lot of it is like personal experiences from like Tim or Lars. It's just, and speaking of Lars, if like in the grand scheme of like all the punk bands, all like the subgenres of punk, Lars Fredriksson has one of the greatest voices in punk, like by far. And yeah, just the second that song started, it just takes you back to that, well, for me anyway, to that time period of when I first heard that album. Rancid's legendary, and for very, very good reason. I think I might have to listen to a Rancid album soon. Probably sooner rather than later. So, for now, that's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you again real soon. Later.